Yes, good evening and good morning and good afternoon, depending with where you are watching us from. Yes, it's another beautiful Friday and we are delighted to have you on board. Thank you so much for always creating time to be with us. This is Couples Wheel Show and this is where we write down our love wheel. Well, we are alive, for we don't want our love stories to be read when we are 6 feet under. Neither do we want our love stories to be read when we are gone. Yes, and I'm your host, Willie Kinyash. I'm a Dr. Love. And tonight, again, we are having an interesting couple here. And we are going to listen to their love story. And I am delighted because they are not just guests, but they are also my personal friends. And we are also partners in the ministry. They also happen to be my pastors. And so tonight, ninasikia niko na joto sana kwa sababu I am having my very own people. And I can assure you that you are going to enjoy this show. And we are coming to you live from Arena of Faith compound. You see, it's a beautiful place, and as they tell us who they are, you need to come and visit them because this is where they live. Karibuni sana. Good to have you here. Kindly you can say hi to our viewers and introduce yourself. Tunaanzia na nani?
Ladies first. Men in front.
Tuende kazi.
Thank you. So, my name is Pastor John Gichuhi, Senior Pastor, OFC Ruiru, aka the Arena of Faith. And I take this opportunity to thank you, Dr. Love, for choosing to host us today.
Yeah.
And I believe that we'll be able to share our story and be able to help somebody and encourage somebody.
Wow.
Together with me is my wife, and she will introduce herself.
Good evening, viewers. My name is Mercy Gichuhi, and I'm delighted to be here.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Love, for hosting us.
Yes. Karibuni sana. Good to have you here. Unajua tumetoka mbali sana na nyinyi.
Such a long time.
Yes. And I have, you know, we have worked together for quite some years, but I have never known mlitoana wapi. So where did you guys meet?
Great question there. Tulitoana Kenya. Because all my life I've been in church. Maybe from the age I started knowing myself, from class 8, I have been in church. So we met somewhere in a seminar.
Seminar.
Yes, a church seminar.
Some of you are meeting their mates huko kwa clubs. These guys, they met in seminar.
And by the time I met her, I wasn't even thinking about marriage. I was so broke because even to attend that seminar I had been assisting. Nilikuwa nimelipiwa fare ndio niweze kufika huko.
Lango da kukula fare.
Sikukula fare. Watu wanakula fare sana. So I was so broke, and how I met her is interesting, and it is divine how I met her, because I was broke. I attended a seminar. My pastor who assisted me and insisted that I must attend that seminar. So akanishughulikia kufika pahali seminar ilikuwa. So I got there.
Where was that?
It was somewhere in Mount Kenya, around the Mount Kenya region. So I went there and I saw her 3 times. You know how you can be in a gathering and your mind is far away. So at first, because vile nilikuwa nimeinuliwa na maisha hata kwa mfuko, so I was standing somewhere and you know there is a way you hang. You don't know whether you move forward or you move sideways or backwards.
Yeah.
And suddenly my eyes are looking at a lady somewhere. She's busy talking with other people, but somehow she catches my attention.
Yeah.
But then again, because my mind is not like so focused on her, I move away, I greet a few people. Then again, I see her sharing a testimony that the Lord has done something in her life. And then now the 3rd time, it was time, the seminar had came to an end. And now it was time to go back home. Gari ile nilikuwa nimetafutiwa kunirudisha nyumbani, nikajiseti ndani haraka kwa sababu sikuwa na fare.
Yeah.
Kujiseti hapo nyuma, kukakuwa na watu more important than me. Nikatolewa.
Wow.
This life. Wakati baraka yako inakutafuta, unaweza dharauliwa.
Yes.
So there were important people than me. Nikaambia sasa wewe shuka, tutakutafutia gari ile itakupeleka. Nikaambia unaona ile gari inaenda kutoka kwa gate. Kimbia hapo. Uombe lift hapo, waambie ni mimi nimekutuma. So you know I didn't want to be left.
Yeah.
I ran there so fast. Nikagonga hiyo gari and the bishop was driving akasimama. Akateremsha kio. So nikamwambia nimetumwa hapa. Nimeambiwa unaelekea pahali naenda. So nikaambiwa unaweza nibeba. Before he even said yes or no, nilikuwa ndani.
Yeah.
Because now you don't want to be. Now you know, I niliingia the back seat. And you can guess who I met there.
Mercy was seated there.
Right there. And I'm now thinking, you know, I've entered a bishop's car.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I don't even know whether I should greet her daughter. Because even the bishop, I had told him that nimetumwa kwako. Na yule hata mtu amenituma kwake hata hawajuani. So you know, I didn't know whether to say hi to the people in there. And I just sat there quietly. And that's how we started, that's how we met. And it is 10 years down the line. Actually this month, November 30th, we are celebrating our 10th year.
Wow.
Together.
Wow. Congratulations. Miaka 10. Mudumwe. And this is real.
Yeah.
You know you are a dreamer. So this is not a dream.
Yeah.
It was happening. It was real.
It was real.
Mercy. Wewe ulimuona wapi? Any time I ask this question, I hear different versions.
Sasa kwanza ninataka kumwambia huyo bishop mwenye alifanya tupatane
Ambaye kachai. Who is this bishop? Ni bishop nani?
Anasa abaye nani? Kuna pastor. Ni watoto nani?
Yes, it's okay.
Pastor Tony.
Yeah.
Pastor Tony.
Alimtafutia lift.
Pastor Tony.
Pastor Tony.
Of the Life Church.
Anthony Kasili.
Anthony
Kasili.
Yes.
Thank you, man of God. Anthony Kasili.
And he used to prophesy a lot to me. You shall marry from far. Because I used to serve him. When I'm a Bible at towel, I usher him to the altar.
Yes.
And he used to tell me, you will not just marry any skirt wearer.
Wow.
You'll marry from far indeed.
So there was Pastor Anthony Kasili,
Yes.
and then
there is Bishop Sami Gitari.
Yeah.
Bishop Sami Gitari.
Sidhani anajua hii
Hata
story.
Hata ajui.
He should watch.
Yes, Bishop Gitari. Thank you so much. It is true that these two are married today.
And the most interesting thing is my dad aliproposia mama yangu siku ya wedding ya Bishop Gitari, na my dad alikuwa transport manager.
Wow.
Kwa wedding ya Bishop Sami Gitari. So amesaidia 2 generations kupata spouse.
My goodness, mnahitaji kuona Bishop Gitari
Kabisa.
Yes.
My dad kupata my mom na pia mimi kumeet na my husband.
Wow.
So mi nilikuwa PA wa Bishop Gitari.
Yeah.
So nilikuwa na mwacampany tu hizo conferences, meetings. So I think hata nilin protocol during hiyo meeting ilikuwa Thika.
Yeah.
So tukapea mtu lift. Mimi sikuwa nimemuona.
Yeah.
Nilimuona sasa vile aliingia kwa gari. Na hakunisalimia, mimi ndo nilimsalimia. So mimi ndo nilianzia.
Wewe ndio ulianzia hii maneno?
Nilimsalimia on a friendly basis. Of course niliona anakaa tense, so nikamsalimia. Na tukaongea 1-2 but story kaishia hapo. Yes.
So vile mlifika mahali mlikuwa mnafika, kuliendaje?
So I think
it was late at night. And now we got to her place. And
whose place?
My place.
We were dropping her first.
Yes.
So and then later I'll be dropped.
Yeah.
But interestingly, simu zao I think zilikuwa na shida somehow. So yangu tu ndio ilikuwa iko na moto.
See God. See God. I'm about to see God.
Simu yako tu inaweza bakisha chaji.
Yes.
Kwa sababu ilikuwa kabambe. Watu wasidharau kabambe. Kwa kabambe hautashinda ukifinya finya. You have smartphone.
Yes, kila time.
So I think that's how we managed to exchange contact. And I also invited her to our church.
Yeah.
But it was just a friendly invitation. Nothing more than that.
Yeah.
And the day even she attended our church service, I was not there. But she attended the church, and later I came to London. She visited.
Na nilikaribishwa na Biblia Dr. Love.
Oh,
your wife.
My wife.
See now.
Wow. Aish. Mrs. Dr. Love, kwa hii story pia hata nahitaji chai.
I remember that year I had told God ninahitaji friends wenye watani influence kukaa kwa Mungu na wenye watanisaidia tu wakuwe ni kama accountability partners.
Yeah.
So I remember that year Mungu alijibu maombi.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So kuna venye jamaa kwa life yako ameshape maisha yako hata kabla muoane imeshapiwa. Wow. Then ilifika aje sasa mnaweza kuwa sasa an item?
You know, one of the conversations we had kwa gari is what she has just mentioned is that she was looking for a friend. I also told her, but I'm also looking for a friend. I need to change.
And you meant it.
And I meant it.
Yes.
And that's why I even invited her to our church. And then now, you know, we realized that we were so open. We started sharing. I shared my life, how I grew up, and she also shared, told me a lot of things, and one thing led to another. And here we are, husband and wife. We are 2 children.
Wow.
We have a young man and also a daughter.
Yes.
Who is a few months.
How was the dating like? You dated for how long, Mercy?
Maybe 2 years.
Yes.
2 years. 2 years doing what?
Huko katikati kulikuwa na kupendana, kuchukiana. I remember hata kuna time aliniproposea bedhe mbele ya shosho yake. Kuja na karing, kanieka. Sasa shosho yake alikuwa anacheka anasema ati mnajifanya ni harusi mnafanya, lakini kumchezea mnanichezea.
Sasa leo hizi maneno.
Hizi story. Akaniproposea mbele ya shosho yake. At some point kukakuwa ni kama kuna other people with interest na yeye ako interested. Nikarudisha pete nikamwambia wewe ile siku yenye utaenda ukae ufikirie ujue uko sure unataka nani. Si unajua tu ako ka time kuna watu wengine wanajitokeza, wewe unawataka, wengine wanakutaka. So you can be confused.
Yes.
Nikamrudisha pete nikamwambia wewe enda.
Ukarudisha pete?
Ufikirie. Ukiona ni mimi unataka kunioa kabisa ukuje. Na tulikuwa tunapatana na mpita simsalimi.
Haya.
Ananifuata, ananiambia kwani sasa hata salamu tu unanipitanisha hivyo na madharau. but tukasikizana tu huko na pete nikarudishiwa na nikakubali. Na tukaanza sasa kupanga harusi.
Ipete ulimrudishia after how long? Umekaa for how long?
I can't remember the timings. But nakumbuka akiwa ameniengage ni wao nimerudishia pete.
Kai. Basi, venye ulimrudishia pete. Ulifiraje?
You know, rejection is not a good thing.
I know.
As men, we don't take it lightly.
Yes.
When you're being rejected, you do everything you can, and you act, you style up.
Yeah.
You promise change, and you live up to that promise.
Yeah.
You might struggle here and there, but the fact that you are fighting, you are showing the effort to fight.
Yeah.
So I couldn't believe that I've been rejected. And you know also, there was the God factor in this relationship.
Yeah.
Because the journey, the 10 years journey, the work that we are doing together right now, I don't think there's anyone else who would be able to stand with me. So there was God in this relationship, and God is still there.
Yeah.
So that also kind of pushed me to use every necessary wisdom and everything I could to win her heart back. So that's what I did. I decided to pursue her. Yeah.
So how was your heart won back?
So what happened? Mimi napendanga kukua sincere na Mungu. Mimi nilienda nikaambia Mungu, kama huyu ndio ule Bwana mwenye umenichagulia, ninataka unionyeshe 3 signs.
3 signs?
Yes, that he is the one. Sasa kitu kingine bado ilikuwa inafanya nione ni kama I am not in the right direction. Nilikuwa nimepromise babangu before niolewe nitakuwa Dr. Masi. Sorry dad. Sijakuwa Dr. Moteki bado. But hiyo ni one of the promises nilikuwa nimemake. So kitu yenye nilifanya niliambia Mungu aniconfirmie ni yeye. So nitapeana 1 sign, hizo zingine sitawaambia. So ilikuwa holiday. I think ilikuwa Christmas holiday. Nimeenda home. One of the sanctuary keepers akaambia mama yangu, Masi akikuja umwambie ninataka kumuona sana. Kuna kitu Mungu amekuwa akiniambia kumhusu. So, mimi nikashindwa ni nini hiyo. So nikaenda nikamtafuta huko kwa church. Sasa tukaenda tukaongea, akaniuliza how is life, nikamwambia. Sasa akaniambia mimi sijui kama chenye nataka kukwambia ni kwa hati yako umekuwa nayo, but Mungu nikikuambia Mungu amekuwa akiniambia nikuulize. Nikikupatia Bwana, kama haujapata ile kazi yenye umekuwa ukitamani, utamkubali. Nikikupatia Bwana, kama hana zile pesa zenye umekuwa ukitaka, utamkubali. Nikikupatia Bwana, kama hujafikisha ile masomo yenye umekuwa ukitaka kwa life yako, utakubali. So hiyo ndio ilikuwa swali yenye yeye ametumwa na Mungu aniulize. So ilikuwa one of the signs. Vile tuliachana tu na yeye kidogo, nikatoka. Hata sijafika kwa gate, Mungu akanipatia the second sign. Na the third pia nilipewa.
The same day?
Yes. So vile nilitoka holiday hiyo time, nilitoka nikijua huyu ndio my husband na lazima nitakubali the will of God. So hata akirudi, it was very easy. Nilikuwa najua Mungu anataka nikuwe na yeye regardless of challenges zenye zitakuja. Ninajua nitakuwa na Mungu na yeye. Yes.
Wow. So did you go to him ama he's the one who came to you?
I didn't go to him. Of course alikuwa anajua nimeenda ushago. Alirudi akaniongelesha na tukakubali na story kaendelea.
So Pasi, umetafuta mshi akakubali, kuliendaje?
For her, she asked for signs, and for me, God communicates to me interesting ways. Because even for seeing her 3 times, that for me, I'm taking it as a communication from God. Because there was no way how she would catch my eye. For seminar, there were so many people, and interestingly, even the testimony she was sharing with somebody wakiwa wamesimama pahali, I overheard it. You know, I overheard her. Her voice, I had, it's like a vision. It was happening like a vision to me, because I overheard what she was sharing about how God has healed her, the struggles. I don't know about hay, the grass, how she was sharing her testimony. But you know, you can hear something and you are not interested, because your mind is not there. Because at that point, I wasn't even thinking about marriage. Niko broke sana, mimi nafikiria, God give me money.
Yes. You're asking God to give you money, not wife.
Yeah. So that's how God spoke to me. And also, before we even started organizing the wedding and everything, I saw her home place. Mimi kwenye wametoka, mimi niliona before hata nifike huko. Because God speaks to me through visions and dreams. I see them a lot. That's how I saw her place.
In a vision.
In a vision. A dream of
like her parents' home.
The town itself. So you know, it is possible. It happens a lot. That's how I first saw Chuka Town. I had never gone to Chuka. She made me go there in the spiritual realm first, and then now physically. When I landed there, I said, "Aha! I know this place." So that is how God ordered my steps, and here we are. And of course, God has continued to give us victory, and we are doing ministry together. And each and every day, we are getting an understanding of why God brought us together. Yes.
So now, when you were in agreement, now we want to do life together, how did you break the news to your parents? Number one, you had promised your dad, before I get married, I'll be Dr. Mutegi.
So, my mom came visiting when I was living in Gichuhi. So she came visiting. Tumepigwa kapicha, tulikuwa tumeenda city kule kwenye
City Park.
City Park. Tulikuwa na kapicha. Sasa mamangu alikuja akaangalia kwa kapicha akaniambia, "You look pathetic."
You now.
Mimi tulikuwa na yeye. Sasa tulikuwa tumepigwa kapicha. I think aliona tunakaa kwa chafu, but it was during the rainy season. So I told her, "Mom, let me tell you, this is the guy that God has given me. So not unless God says otherwise, I am not leaving him and niambie hadi dad." And then tuko free sana. Mimi sikuwa nafichanga ma boyfriends wangu kwa wazazi. So hata dad nikamwambia. Nikawaambia sasa huyu kijana mwenye anakuja ako very needy. He doesn't have a lot of money. So msishinde mkimfinya, akikuja muaccept vile ako, na najua tu siku moja Mungu atambariki. And I remember siku ya introduction tulienda, tukapokelewa vizuri, tukapata tuna sistangu ametupikia vizuri. Tukafanya introduction, alikuwa na friends wake watatu. Akasema ni yeye ameletwa. And then sasa tukapewa another day ya kurudi sasa kusema officially pamoja na wazazi wake that tunaenda. Na pia hiyo siku tukitravel kulikuwa na accidents kwa barabara. God took care of us. Kulikuwa na some delays, but to us it was a confirmation that whatever direction that we are taking is the right direction. So hatuku give up, tukaendelea kabisa. Dad ya ananga story mingi, yeye alimuaccept. Yeye aliniambia tu the most important thing when you're looking for a man, kuna zingine important, but the spirituality of that person. When you do not have anything, ama when all hope is lost, someone that you can stand with, na mseme tutakuamilia kwa Mungu until atusolvie issues zetu. Ama hata wakati mambo ziko poa, mtu mwenye hata sahau kwenye Mungu ametutoa. Yes, so it was not difficult ati wanasema tumtaki nini, hapana, they were very receptive.
Wow.
Yes.
So walimkubali tu.
Walimkubali. Tulienda home, dad alituombea hadi my husband akapata fedha ya kwenda kutafuta pesa ya rasio.
Amen.
Akatuambia kwenye alitoa pesa.
Kwanza hiyo ka story hiyo, kwa sababu kuna mahali aliact kama a crazy man. And from your side, wakati uliwaambia unataka kuoa, walikuwa wanajua hauna kakitu. How did they respond?
You know, Dr. Love, I have learned to live a life of faith, and this impartation I've received from my spiritual father, Bishop Peter Ndome, who is still my father today. And like Mercy, who come from a family setup of a father and a mother, I was raised by a single parent. And my mama passed away when I was 14. So I was left alone, and of course I had relatives here and there, and but I didn't know how even to behave like a husband. I have not seen a family. So the only person I grew up observing when I got to church now is Bishop Peter. And I have learned a lot from him up to where I am now. The impartation of the gift of faith is what even enabled me to organize a wedding even without finances. And you know, a lot of time I used to, when we were now beginning to plan, I would visit couples, and in fact there was a time we visited you together with your wife. Yeah. And every couple we used to visit, they used to tell us, Auntie, you know, when we married, we started our wedding and everything, we didn't have money. And that used to frustrate me a lot.
They would say, what you are
when I look at the house,
yes,
there's a big screen there. There are good seats.
The wedding was
our own is self-contained.
Yes.
Wanapapasa ukuta, mwangaza unatokea. So you're telling me you organize a wedding without money. I would tell my wife after leaving, you know, I don't like these people. They lie all the time. Why do people lie? Why do these people lie? You planned a wedding without money. And you know, I was frustrated because I don't have money.
Yes.
And I used to think, as a man, if there is something I hate, it's to beg for money.
Yes.
In fact, I used to pray, God bless me with my own.
Yes.
That I can also.
And that is their firstborn joining in.
Yes.
Jabali. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Yeah, that's how I started organizing the wedding with the frustration bado ya ati mtu atuambia hakuwa na pesa ampanga harusi. How? But interestingly, I knew about faith. And so when I even told my relatives, because by then nilikuwa hata nimefungiwa hao kwenye nilikuwa naishi, nilikuwa nimerudi home.
Yeah.
Na sasa
kwa shosho
ya wedding, nilikuwa nimeshindwa kulipa hao, I think 1500. Nimerudi home. Nimerudi Ocha. Yeah. And it's just here Githurai. So I had gone back there and no finances, and I started telling my family members, hey, I'm planning a wedding. And they're asking me how. Where is the money?
You can't afford to pay rent.
You can't afford
to pay 1500.
And even my account had been dormant now. Sikuwa hata na account Equity hapa Ruiru. Umefungwa because hakuna kitu unaweka bro. Umefungwa account ya ili kuonekana tu. So they ikafungwa. And I've started organizing a wedding. The first day when she took us to see her parents with my two friends, and we went there, and my father-in-law, Bishop Dr. Patrick Rendiri, he showed me his hands. He told me, son, if I lay these hands on you, this is no joke. I don't play around with my hands. If I bless you,
you'll be blessed.
Will be blessed.
Amen.
I said, wow. And I'm that kind of person. I listen, and I really listen to the conversation. I know when somebody is speaking to my spirit, to my inner man, and when we are just having an ordinary conversation. There are many times even when I've listened to my bishop preaching, and he can be speaking something and I know he's telling me directly. I know how, there's a way I know when God is communicating to me. And when he showed me his hands, I knew, this one, the heavens must respond. So when we left there, ile dhao, I think ilikuwa na dhao 3 ama ilikuwa around dhao 6. Nikafanya shopping yote, we took it there. Nikaambia my 2 friends, wote kwa 1500 na wewe 1500, na wewe uko na gari yako hiyo 1500 ndio ita fuel. It was Kim wa Bahai.
Yes.
And also Pastor Kuria. Tazama investment. Nikawaambia sasa.
Kim and Kuria, we salute you.
Nikawapanga. Waambia wewe 1500 au 1500. By then mafuta haikuwa expensive.
15 unaenda chuka na umerudi.
Kim had a very nice filter.
Yes.
So of course tulitisha
mtaa
na filter.
Hiyo time ndo filter ndo ilikuwa kusema.
Filter ilikuwa inasema. So we went there. We filled na nikarudi home nikiwa broke. Hata kupata 50 bob ya Honda
ilikuwa noma.
Kutoka Githurai hadi penye naishi, it was a problem. Now we have promised the parents we are going to come back and I don't have the money.
Yeah.
I start mobilizing people. My family members, I call them for a meeting. I tell them, hey, we are organizing a wedding. And they ask me, kwa nini unaharakisha mambo hivyo? I told them because it is God's time. We started organizing and it was 1 week to the day that we have already planned. Na sijapata pesa.
Sasa hii ni wedding ama ni dowry?
That was the dowry sasa. Sijapata do na nimesha mobilize watu, nimewaambia this is
message dates za dowry. Tunaenda chuka, wazazi wa chuka wanajua we are coming. We are coming. Yes.
I have nothing. So I prayed and God dropped an idea in me. I decided, he influenced my thoughts. Nikaenda Equity Bank ya Ruiru.
Equity yenye ulisema account imekuwa dormant.
Iko dormant. Nikachukua karatasi. Those days we used to fill karatasi ndio deposit pesa. I think these days things have changed.
Yes.
Nikajaza 100,000. I want to deposit in my account that is dormant. I want to activate it.
Do you have any?
What do you mean anything? Sina hata fare ya kurudi nyumbani mbao. Sikuwa na mbao.
Wait, tupeleke pole mchungaji. So, your account is dormant.
Dormant, dry.
Then umeenda kwa hiyo Equity, umejaza unataka kudeposit. But hata kenye una deposit hauna chochote. And then
because I believe God has already provided in the spiritual. Nikapanga line kama watu wale wengine. Na tunasonga kwa line. But I will look around and I know I'm the only mad person in that bank. Tunasonga tu. Kuoa lazima nioe. So tukaendelea kusonga mpaka nikabakisha mtu mmoja. Sasa hata nishaanza kusweat mikono.
Stop it. I want us to stop at that point, then we'll pick it from there. Yeah. My goodness. Anyway, this is madness. And this is what we call faith. Oh, yeah. And so we are going to stop at that point, and then next Friday we pick it from there. Umefikiwa? Kulienda aje? Usiseme kitu. And for now we want to say this is our walk of faith. And please join us on Friday. Join us on Friday as we continue with this lovely love story. We want to hear what happened next. After amepanga laini, amefikiwa na hana chochote kwa mfuko. What happened next? Make sure that you tune in next Friday. And this is Couples Will Show, and this is where we write down our love will when we are alive, for we don't want our love stories to be read when we are 6 feet under, neither do we want our love stories to be read when we are gone. And that is why the Gichuhis, they have decided to come and write down their love will while they are alive. Wow, thank you so much. Next Friday tunaendelea kutoka hapo. Asanteni sana. God bless you for coming, and see you on Friday. Good night and see you on Friday.